Hey guys, thanks so much for joining. My name is Brad Schick and we're finally back. It's 2021 and we're gonna do the in the bag. It's been a long winter, so here we go. Let's get started. Okay, let's start with the putters. Not much has changed in the last 15 years for me. I am still going with the APX swirls, the old school swirl plastic. I've got two brand new, or one kind of beat up, one brand new that I just put in the bag this year. I have used these for a really long time for anyone that's watched me. They are very understable, super straight, and again, they don't make them in this plastic anymore, but you can still get them in the Jawbreaker plastic, and they have some fundraiser plastics as well. But if you're looking for a very straight putter, easy to throw, the APX is really where it's at. I also have a Jawbreaker Challenger OS in the bag for very overstable shots. So when it's really windy and the APX swirl won't hold up, you'll see me go toward the Jawbreaker OS Challenger. Again, the Jawbreaker plastic, very durable, very grippy. And for me, this has been a kind of a go-to even on up shots where it's really windy and you need something a little straighter. So Jawbreaker OS Challenger. As we move into the mid-range discs, it wouldn't be a bag without a zone. So I do have, this Pro D zone, good grip. Again, very good up shots, backhand, sidearm, whichever one you want. But the Pro D zone, just kind of an all-around go-to utility disc for me. My main discs probably for mids has been a Buzz. I've got three different molds in the Buzz. I've got the FLX plastic, which is just a regular zone. I use this for backhands and for forehands. It doesn't matter which one. Again, very straight, very dependable. This one's getting a little bit beat up and tuned in, so I can kind of do a lot of different things with this, whether it's, hyzer flip up or sidearm flip up, whatever I want. I have a Z Buzz, little older Z Buzz, that is, again, a little bit more tuned, very straight flying, just a little bit of a different plastic, not as grippy as the FLX, but very similar flight characteristics as the FLX. And then I also have a Jawbreaker Buzz OS. And again, if you haven't thrown the Jawbreaker plastic, I urge you to go out and try it. But this is, again, very overstable, very easy to throw, and this is like super flat, so just flat as a board. And I'll use this for up shots as well as backhand and forehand, just depending on the shot that it takes. So let's get into some fairway drivers, some of my favorites. So I think one of the hidden secrets, not so much anymore, is the heat. And I still have this Big Z heat in my bag. It's probably been in my bag for close to a year or a year and a half maybe. And it's a flip up hyzer, and the glide on this thing is tremendous. So if you're, again, looking for an easy disc to throw, I'm not a super long thrower, but what you're gonna notice is I'm throwing things easy, flip up, and then a straight flight. So the Big Z heat, money. A step up from the Big Z heat, maybe a little bit more stability and a little bit more glide, is the Undertaker. So this is a team, a first run team stamp, but the new ones are very similar. Again, very similar lip as the Big Z heat. If you didn't know much about them, you wouldn't really know. But again, very straight, easy to throw, very good glide, just a tad slower than a fast driver. I have a second Undertaker in here. This one's a little bit more stable. This is an ESP plastic, so I'm a big proponent of the same disc in multiple stability. So a little bit beat up Undertaker, more stable Undertaker. Same flight characteristics, just gonna hold that line, hold up in the wind a little bit better. Something that flies a lot like my Undertakers, it's not so much because of the disc itself, it's just they're pretty tuned in. So I have some old ESP Surges, they're first run Surges. I have two of them. Again, one of them is really tuned in and beat up, which I can do a lot of different things, long turnover backhand shots, I can roll this. The sky's the limit, honestly. And then I have a newer model, not a newer model, I guess it's still newer than this one, but it's a little bit more stable. And I use this if that Undertaker or that heat, there's a little bit too much wind, but I need the same straight flight. This thing will glide for super, super long time, just really good, straight shot, very dependable as well. And this one's pretty old, so love, love, love the Surges if you haven't tried those, ESP Surges especially. Okay, let's get into some speed now. I have always been a big fan of the nuke, and I have 3 nukes in my bag, all in different stability. So this is my most beat up nuke. I can throw this backhand or forehand, doesn't matter. Again, this one is pretty beat up, so if I throw this really hard, it's gonna have a long glide and maybe come out at the end. I step it up in stability, exact same run of that one. This one's gonna be more stable. This one's gonna hold and actually hyzer out a lot faster. So again, depending on the wind, you know, what the shot calls for, I might go with my flippy one, I might go with my stable one. Then we have really stable. This thing is one of my beefier nukes, and it will fly a lot like a force sometimes, but it's faster. So if I'm looking for distance and a lot of stability, I will almost always throw this pink nuke. I absolutely love it. Again, Z nuke, a little bit more stable than the ESP. So if you're looking for some stability ranges, try a Z instead of an ESP or vice versa. The last on the speed for me is the Zeus, and I've had this Zeus in my bag since they first came out. Absolutely love it. Again, this is another one where I sometimes will go to this for sidearm. It's a little bit of a skinnier rim than the nuke, so it fits in my hand just a little bit better. So again, super fast, very durable, holds in the line, and this one again is getting beat up, so it's going straighter, maybe turn a little bit, and will then come out. But backhand or forehand, it feels great in the hand. Okay, so the forces, I've been throwing these pink forces pretty much since they came out. Again, 2 of them exactly the same. I've got one that's beat up, sidearm backhand, doesn't much matter, but these are not as fast as the nuke, so if the shot's a little closer but I need that stability, I'll go to the force. This one is almost brand new. Again, just more stable. Based on the shot that I need, I'm gonna throw the stable one or the understable one. So I always pick 2 and beat one up and then put the other one in as needed. If I go to some utility discs, I've got a Nuke OS. This thing might come out once a month, depending on the tournament, depending on the wind. There might be a certain shot that calls for something really crazy stable. This is the very first one I ever put in my bag. I've never had to change it. It is a beefcake. I mean, just super, super stable. Last but not least, the occasional roller might need to come out. So I have been rolling this Avenger SS for a very long time. I can get a lot of glide on it, get it on the ground, it'll hold it, and then pop up and come over. If I need a really, really understable roller, that's something that'll stand up and cut fast, this is an XS and the Elite X plastic. I don't even know if they make this plastic anymore, but I'm sure the XS is still out there. Again, very, very tuned in and old. If I hit the ground on a good angle, it stands up fast and cuts in fast, but it still gets some good distance. So that is basically my bag for 2021. I might give or take, you know, a couple things out depending on the year, a part of the season. I've been rocking this grip bag. I still like the grip bag. The Macbeth series has been a great bag. I also have this In-Zone quick stick that Levon Wolf put out. So if you guys haven't gotten one of these, just a huge addition to the bag. I think it's fairly inexpensive, but you save 1 or 2 discs and you've pretty much paid for itself. So big shout out to Levon on a great product. And that's basically all I have, guys. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. That's all I got today. If you have any questions about any of these discs or different molds, please leave them in the comments. If you haven't liked or subscribed to the channel yet, please do. I'm gonna try my hardest to put out a lot of new content this year. Have some really cool things in mind. But you know, if you hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell button, that's gonna tell you what's upcoming. And yeah, I hope to see you out on the course soon. Throw some Discraft and shoot low. See you guys.